the things that is happening now is virtually everything we're seeing right now. Somebody predicted everything this Trump administration is doing right now was already foretold. People.
He has a point. It's actually quite obvious after he spells it out. Let's talk about it.
People knew it. And to the nth degree, they're telling you what happened.
Under our present president, you said he would prosecute his political enemies. He would cut Medicaid, Medicare. He would ignore court orders. He would alienate our allies. He would give massive tax cuts to the rich.
Remember what they did to tear families apart. And now they have pledged to carry out the largest deportation, a mass deportation in American history. Imagine what that would look like and what that would be. How's that going to happen? Massive raids? Massive detention camps? What are they talking about?
Another interesting phenomenon is that 92% of black women who voted, 85% of black men who voted for Harris. Also, the largest percentage of white people, college-educated white people, voted the same way. And that is because nobody knows this kind of white dude like black people. We didn't go to school to do it. We didn't have classes to do it. We watched him, and we had grandfathers and fathers and mothers who watched him. This is not new. This is retro. This is all something we've seen before. Different packages, different technology. How is it that black people that had the same voting structure as college-educated white dude? How is it that a dude that went to Harvard voted the same way as a dude who lived on Harvard? Is it because there is no greater expert on white dudes like this than black people? And not because we went to school, like I said earlier. It's because we've seen them. We saw history. College-educated white people learned it. And the best indicator of what somebody will do is what they have done. That's history. That's what they have done. We know you. Everything that you are doing was foretold you would do. And it was a black woman who told you it was going to happen. And all of us knew it. You don't see any black people, pretty much, or college-educated white people going, I can't believe it, because we can. We knew it was going to happen. Because we know you. We know who you are. We know your instincts. You know your inclinations. We know that you will do what you want to do unchecked. And this is him unchecked. And he is no different than the dudes that my great-grandfather saw, or his great-grandfather saw, or his grandfather saw, or my father saw. You are familiar to us. You are the usual suspect.
Okay, so this digs down to the heart of that argument for why you see more black people vote blue and would not vote for this current fearless leader. I don't know how many times I've seen this just today where somebody will be talking about our fearless leader and then somebody else in response will say, hey, did you know Democrats actually wanted to keep slavery? And every time I hear that or see that, it's puzzling to me, right? Because years ago, Democrats and Republicans switched ideologies. Matter of fact, they've switched ideologies more than once. This has been well documented. So I've never understood why that argument comes up. But I think he points at it right there. You see, we know men like that. We know who they are by what they have done. We know what they will do, but what they have done, especially when unchecked. And historically, that has not been great for people of color. It is that simple. Why would you choose somebody that you know will mistreat you and people like you if they don't find value within you? That's another thing that you won't see in my, let me know what you think, but you will not see a person of color be surprised by what's going on now. Now, they might have chosen it, some have, right? But I bet you they aren't surprised. And if they are, then they chose not to pay attention. Okay. I'll give you guys a couple of examples. both from my father. Years ago, my father would tell me, uh, before, if you ever get taken out by the police, like out of your house, if they're calling you out, make sure you come out, your hands up and naked. Now, I don't have to say anything more to that. You guys understand why. I'll give you guys another example. Years ago, my father went to an Army Navy surplus store. I was a kid. I don't remember how old, probably as old as my oldest daughter now. And the person behind the counter would not sell him a knife. You can guess why. He's darker than me. Okay. Turns out my parents, they went to a lawyer. They had a bunch of decoy dudes who were also darker than me try to buy knives from there. And they found that one lady specifically, and it was a family owned operation. The aunt, she wouldn't sell to these men, but the rest of the family was cool. My point is if you are a person of color, you have likely grown up with a certain knowledge of how certain people will treat you or behave around you, especially when left unchecked. This is something that we've grown up with. This is something that's been side by side next to us for forever. So when we see men like him behaving the way that he does for decades, we know, we see it. It's when you think of the man, like from Undercover Brother, the man. Oh, okay. I don't I don't even know why people pretend. I don't know why they pretend, right? When they bring up, oh, Democrats owned slaves or like what are you doing? You know what that man is. Stop it. Okay. Especially if you're a person of color, for sure. Okay, last thought. Uh white privilege. I'm going to talk about it really quick. If you are not a person of color and you are surprised, actually genuinely surprised, that is what white privilege is. Or at least that's a helpful way to look at it. Because your skin color didn't have you live with that specter of knowing men like that, knowing what they're capable of, again, when unchecked. And I say to you, not to make fun of you, but to say, now you do. I saw Chris Cuomo and Joe Rogan talk about ICE not too long ago and how they feel basically it's Gestapo like behavior. I am paraphrasing a bit, but they both were quite heated. And I couldn't help but think, like, how come you guys didn't see this coming? I don't understand. But DL set me on the right track with that. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that's why. But now they know. Now they know. Guys like that, they show you who they are from the beginning. And the only good thing that I see from all of this is I'm hoping more and more people understand that. Okay, okay, I'm done. Like and share if you like what I'm saying. Comment if you do or don't. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.